Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver, and today we're going to be playing some Brother Gambler. So what Brother Gambler does is for every 2 gold or 2 mana that you lose after your shop phase, specifically lose, it does not work with Piggy Bank, you get a buff. It starts at 1/1 on level 2, and then for each level after that, it gets, I believe, +2/+2, so 3/3 on level 3, and then 5/5 on level 4, etc. So this is a hero that I didn't really, I kind of dismissed early because I didn't think, it didn't look very good at first glance, but then I kind of saw in action and saw the kind of busted things you can do with it. And yeah, and then I played it a couple times, and yeah, let's just say I was impressed. Excuse me. So yeah, well, we started with a black sheep here. It did catch a buff, which isn't ideal. I don't even know if we should take these shield squires. It might just be better to run just the tree and the sheep and just AFK here. So like the whole trick with this hero, I should say, as I finish stumbling, basically you just want to kind of AFK. So you just want to like put units on the board that really use the stats efficiently, and then just kind of let them be. And speaking of units that use stats efficiently, there is a chameleon, which we're hoping to get some amount of buff on there. You can see it did catch a buff, but unfortunately it wasn't quite big enough to take down one of the units on that board. Who that person has three treasures on 3.0 there, so that's impressive. And yeah, so we're gonna just bench these shield squires. We don't want them to catch buffs, and we just want to put all our buffs on level 3 onto the chameleon and the smiling sprout. We're just gonna cut the smiling sprout as well, and just put it all in the chameleon and see what we get at level 4. And you can see that 14 golden fox wasn't even enough to take it down after the buffs, and we get probably the best possible character. So Yuck the Yak essentially does exactly what your hero power does, and it's just another reason for you to want to AFK. So we sold something to just go up to 8 gold here. So we've got 10 or 8 gold plus 2 mana. And so that's going to be well, we did buy a 2 cost there. It's possible we could have just ignored the 2 cost there as well, but yeah, for each instance of 2 there, we are going to get +3/+3 to our board, and then Yuck the Yak is also going to get 3/2 for every 2 instances of gold or mana that we leave on the table. So yeah, we're just going to see me again AFKing a lot. We're going to pick up these Tomorrow's Tailors because they do use the stats really well as they're going to just add more stats that we're going to get later on. So if they catch any buffs and get some slays, they're gonna add +1/+1 to our shop for every time they slay. And yeah, we just sold our smiling sprouts there just to get another buff. And you can see Yuck the Yak already absolutely enormous, and we get a few slays there with our tailors. So that's gonna I think we got 3 slays. Yeah, so really good turn of slays initially here. Again, that's just going to increase the size of our shop incrementally, and the one thing that's really good, if you don't know about shop stats, is the stats that you get, the characters you triple that you buy from the shop that have shop stats, they all get combined. So essentially, they're getting triple stats once you combine them. So that does add up over time, and for units that really use stats efficiently, that's very strong. Yeah, normally, I mean, if you've seen a few of my videos, you see that I usually jam Husky here, but even at like it would be like a 27, 29 or something like that right now, even that's not quite enough for me to break with the game plan. But these are a couple characters that are. So these are Radiant Fairies. So Radiant Fairies, when they die, their Dying Breath ability, they give their stats to another character on your board. So basically, you're getting double value out of your spells. And we're actually going to take deal with I think it's called Deal with the Devil. Anyways, you lose an XP, which is a pretty big downside, but you get a bunch of gold, and so we just turned that basically into 2 extra buffs, which like may or may not be worth it to go down in XP. But I'm actually fine with being on level 4 for another turn, because I mean we want to triple this Tomorrow's Tailors or the Radiant Fairy, or find another Yuck the Yak, and we do find the second Yuck, so that's really nice. And then we just send it with the Yuck purchase, and you can see, yeah, we're really tempoing people out. we haven't lost a fight yet, and we've bought very few characters. I think we're going to pick up this Nocturne. Nocturne takes the stats really well, and also just adds a little bit more scaling to our board. I don't know if it's necessarily if that's necessarily what you want. you do lose out on 2 buffs, and at this point the buffs are worth 7/7 per instance. So like we're getting what, 3 from gold and 1 from mana this turn. So that's 28 worth of stats. We're definitely not going to get that. We might get that eventually in Nocturne Slay stats. And I guess the charging the stars does add some amount of tempo as well. Since again, the stats that we get from Brother Gambler going on to Nocturne are going to be pretty valuable, since it's going to increase the damage of those stars. Although it's going to take a while for them to get to like a really impressive level anyways. Once again, you can see just how big these Radiant Fairies are getting, and just throwing all kinds of stats around our board. Our board is absolutely massive, and I guess we're going into 6.0, but still. Just the numbers that you get from being AFK with this hero is kind of absurd. We're not even going to bother with the Narcissus. Honestly, the level 5 treasure pool in the most recent patch has been kind of gutted. So I'm not super excited about level 5 treasures unless I'm looking for something specific at this point. Again, just still dominating fights, and there's a level 5. I mean, we're gonna take the golden Nocturne here with the shop stats plus the Brother Gambler stats that we've accrued there. Turn this golden Nocturne into a pretty formidable character. It's unfortunate the upgraded still only charges 33% of their attack as or on the star. I kind of expected that number to go up at least a little bit, but I guess it's just the slay ability that gets scaled. And you can see this opponent though has managed to assemble already a pretty strong dog comp. We do still manage a win here, but they are on the verge of getting very strong. We get to triple our tomorrow's Tailor, and we are going to finally take a treasure. We're going to take the Spyglass. Going to allow us to see a level one of the treasures a level higher. Considered Oberon, but we're not really a stars build long term. I mean, like, we are getting slays pretty consistently, but we're just gonna take this good boy. Good boy's gonna take the brother Gambler buffs. Although we're gonna kind of deprioritize the Brother Gambler buffs a little bit, as we are into level 6 now, and just getting like some raw stats is not going to be enough to win a lobby. We wanna kind of solidify our strategy now. But those shop stats, if we can triple our good boy here, are gonna make the good boy very, very large. And I mean, it's not like we're not gonna use any any Brother Gambler buffs. We are definitely that is definitely something that we're still gonna be doing at least a little bit here and there, and hoping that they land on the good boy. We're just gonna buy a Dying Breath rune here. That's gonna essentially give us another good boy. And yeah, you can see again, this dog, like I said, this dog build was about to pop off, and they really did. They got to triple their Nero, and they kind of make short work of us there. As you can see, like, again, just having a bunch of raw stats on your board is like the power spikes. They come very fast in this game, so that's something you really have to worry about. We do find an ascension for a good boy there, and with the double Dying Breath rune, that's going to be huge. We do need to get some more good characters on our board for this good boy though, as you can see, it's just not quite enough there. And yeah, we take 2 losses and we're already on the brink of death. That's just how fast these end games can go. And that's one thing I've noticed about like sort of the end games of Fairytale Fables is like the power spikes, they happen super abruptly, and yeah, you need to hit your power spike, otherwise you can just crash and burn. I noticed that especially in like the high MMR games. And yeah, we're just gonna pick up a Nero here. I mean, we've got our 4 good characters, we got a second good boy, and the Nero's just gonna put a bunch of stats on the good boy. And I've said this before, but yeah, you don't have to have a full board of goods with this good boy in Fairytale Fables, since the buffs only go on 3 other good characters. You can definitely supplement it with some ways to enhance your good boys, like this Nero. Then we get to combine our Radiant Fairies finally. That's going to be a huge chunk of stats once they're combined here. I think we're just going to take the Witch Hunter's Talisman and just kind of hope that that we survive, or it helps us survive another fight. We're very close to being very strong, but we do need to find a couple more pieces here. And that's just going to kind of buy us some time. And there's a couple more pieces. There's a Herding Dog plus another Nero, so we're very happy to take that. Just going to fill up our board once again. And yeah, basically we want all the good boy stats to get onto the fairy. That's why we put the fairy in position 5 rather than leaving it up front to potentially get sniped. And yeah, you can see all those stats going onto the fairy was just enough for us to tie the fight there. We both had a Witch Hunter's Talisman though, so we both had some insurance. All right, and yeah, now we're facing, I believe it was the Romeo Juliet good boy board. They were also very strong now. There's I mean, the entrance rune would be nice, but I don't think it's worth locking, because like we kind of just really want to hit a triple on this Nero, and we just sell our excess there to try and get a buff or two on the good boy. But yeah, like if we can find another level 6, we want to find the level 6 treasure, basically just to get I think anticipating drumroll is one of our only outs. Maybe not our only out, but that's definitely the one that we are looking for. I mean, of course there are level 7 treasures that are hits, but we only get to see one of those if we with our level 6 triples. There's another good boy, so that's going to be very good as well. If good boy, I mean good boys giving each other their stats do scale very fast and kind of multiply, which is really nice. And there's another good boy. We do have a ghost fight here, so we could technically sell for this, although we'd be selling one of our dogs. Like, we're fine with selling Nocturne, but instead we just throw the Nocturne in. I'm playing down just because I'm hoping that some of those Brother Gambler buffs went on to the good boys. Just trying to give a better chance of that happening. Alright, now we get to take our triple, and we get a Holy Grail, which is really nice. I think that's a pretty easy take. The other two don't really do anything. I mean, it's a level 7 treasure, so of course it's good. So basically we just want to find any relevant level 6 character and just buy it, and that's going to get us another look at a level 7 or 2 level 6 treasures. Another shot at anticipating drumroll or a good level 7. And we're down to 6 gold. I think we gotta fire it off on the Angelic Commander, which is not the greatest. It doesn't send its buffs anywhere else on the board, but it is a good character with Unyielding, so it's gonna be at least better than this Nocturne. Sintamani Stone and Celestial Harp don't do anything for us. Sintamani Stone is just a little bit too slow. But yeah, we take the sorry, what was this? Excalibur? Scabbard anyways. So after one turn, it's gonna pop itself, and then we're gonna have everything upgraded. Basically, it's just gonna upgrade our Herding Dog and 2 Neros, which is gonna be a huge boost, and we still have the Holy Grail. The reason we replace the Spyglass is we kind of, again, we want to find that drum roll, so we want 3 looks at the anticipating drum roll. Speaking of, there it is with our upgraded Neros as well. So we got a huge power spike this turn. And one of our opponents has been eliminated. We're going to take a dramatic reveal, and we want to turn into Sinbad, even though it doesn't really do anything with the Witch Hunter's Talisman right now. But if the game goes long enough that we can replace that, then we do want that. And yeah, I make a little bit of a misclick. I missed the confirm button, clicked right above it, which changed my my hero to Icarus instead. So a little bit unfortunate. Opponent fired off a Circe's Cup there, but fortunately didn't hit one of our good boys, and we managed to get the win there. In this dog mirror, I think we've got the edge at this point in the dog mirror though. We've just kind of hit things pretty well over the last couple turns, as well as having all these extra good boy stats. And there's a Titan's Flower, so we're finally gonna get a nice little payoff for all those stats that we put on the good boy over the course of the game from the shop stats and Brother Gambler buffs. Yeah, doubling a golden good boy's health, or adding an extra 100 to a golden good boy's health, is just enormous. And yeah, you can see with our 7,000 attack Merlin is able to just get it done. But yeah, this one was a bit of a wild ride. One of the things that I see a lot of people struggling with when it comes to Brother Gambler is that transition, though. You can see we got beat down because we weren't able to transition fast enough, so we took a huge chunk of damage just from 2 fights in the end game there. So you do need to start thinking about where you're going, even just before you're getting into 6. So that's something. It takes a little bit of foresight and yeah, you need to think a lot about it, which makes for a very interesting hero. I think the AFK portion is like kind of whatever. You just buy some good stuff, put stats on it, but there is that sort of complexity of how do you transition this into a winning board, right? Because I mean, every once in a while, like just a bunch of stuff with stats on it is going to get it done, but more often than not, it just isn't. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.